Hello everyone, this video is for them who are unable to choose their optional till now. And see, I don't want you to run behind different optionals and wasting money to buy different courses. So based upon some basic criteria in this video, I'm gonna tell you why history optional can be a good way forward for your confusion. See, history is also my optional, and this video is not something like that I'm manipulating you or I'm forcing you to choose history optional, but rather than treat this video as something or say the benefits which you can avail if you go with history optional. First reason to choose history optional is obviously the availability of resources and also its nature. History is a static subject and it's also very familiar to you. Like each and every student up to class 10th has studied history. After 10th, you guys go for science, commerce, arts, etc. But up to 10th, you are familiar with history. You're familiar with Mughal history, with ancient history, with Harappa Mohenjo-daro, with World War and the European history, everything you know. So that creates a very easy base for you to begin with the history as an optional. And as I told you, the availability of resources. History material is available everywhere, and it doesn't quite change with their publications. The narration could be changed, but the information we all know what event happened at what point of time. And there is a very good YouTube channel. Its name is History Optional for UPSC. It's an offshoot of Level Up IS. So, and they have an entire playlist of history optional syllabus. They cover the entire syllabus. They have different playlists, and each of the videos are like 2.5 hours long. Can you imagine 2.5 hours long? And they have like almost 100 videos. So you can just easily complete the history optional with their channel. And see, the thing is that we all have studied history, but history optional has its own technicality. In the sense, it's not something that I'm scaring you. It's like uh, you will understand if you just attend their classes. Like there are some backstories, some other kind of perspectives they can inject in you if you just watch them. So there are a lot of free resources. There are lots of overall resources, and also the PYQs. Those are like non-negotiable, and I think this is one of the few subjects which can entirely be done with the PYQs only. You don't have to study research paper of historians or anything else, or you have to, it's not that difficult like rocket science or anything. You can just solve the PYQs. There are PYQ books right there in the behind, you can see maybe. So those are segregated according to the syllabus, according to chapters, according to the paper. So if you just make notes by yourself using AI or by your knowledge only, and just revise them, that helps a lot. And now second reason, okay, it's very easy to prepare in a layered manner. What I mean by layered manner is that first you just read it as a story, and after doing that, when you get the story ready, when you know when various events takes place, then you go for some few dates, few historians names, their arguments, their perspective. It doesn't change the history. Like for the very basic example is that each one of us has studied 1857 revolt. Now you guys can remember the question, not the question but the different narrations of different people. That like some says it's just a sepoy mutiny, some says it was the war of independence. Like see, there's the same event but different schools of historians telling it differently. So that's the thing you can also prepare later. First you just do it done with the chronological thing. That can also help you in prelims and mains also. And the third reason is that once you are done with your notes making and you just gather your resources which you have to study, you don't have to touch it again. Touch it again means you have to revise it again, but you don't have to alter it. Like which like you got some new information, you are adding it, you don't have to do that. You just get your conceptual clarity done, you're done with your POQs, and just revise only and only those things, the notes. Once the note is ready, your subject is over. Now you what you have to do is just practice questions, learn how to write. And writing history optional questions requires some kind of more specialization of skill, of writing skill, than for the mains answer. So if you go with history optional, it automatically boosts or say enriches your mains answer writing skill, and that's also very helpful. Like if you get 1 or 2 marks more in each paper, that counts for like 14 or 16 marks more in total, and that creates the difference. And the fourth reason is, most interestingly, the stories from history, like story of Ashoka, story of Gandhiji, story of say American independence, story of World War. Each and every story, I have like checked few essay topics, maybe 10 to 15, and each one of them can be started with a story from history. And there, in the essay paper, you can easily flaunt your history knowledge, like creating anecdotes from the history. This is the bonus you can get from studying history optional, and which you can also use in essay paper, and that makes it cherry on top. So I hope you like the video. If you like it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Bye bye.